Oh, it is good to be home. We're back in the tranquil, beautiful, very green-looking orange circle. It's nice to get out of the house somewhere where it's so calm and peaceful and tranquil.
Especially because this is all very much the calm before the storm.
Look at up here. You see all these banners up above the street?
Well, if you live in Orange, those are the surefire way that you know that summer vacation is over.
And Labor Day is almost upon us. For Old Town Orange, that means they're about to host the Orange International Street Fair.
Which means all the businesses downtown are gonna close up.
And for 3 days, this will be closed to traffic. It'll be full of vendors, people walking around down here.
And it also means that September is coming, which means these banners, for me, also mean the calm before the storm.
Because in September, not only do I have another court date and another round of lawyer bills to pay.
Yes, it's that whole custody thing. No, it's not over yet.
But September also means a different storm is about to begin. Because the Halloween season is almost upon us. Look at this. Allie's ready to party.
See, for me, Halloween time doesn't mean party. Halloween time for me means busy.
It feels like they start the Halloween season earlier and earlier every year. And this year there's going to be a lot of stuff to film, a lot of stuff to check out.
Things are going to get busy real quick.
It's all about to get crazy, but in the meantime,
I'm just sort of waiting, so I thought I'd come down here to the Orange Circle
and check out some antiques. Ooh, look at this toy gun right over here. They don't make them like that anymore.
I want to play with it, but who are we kidding? I'd probably shoot my eye out.
Oh man, this is considered an antique now? That's a little bit depressing. You know, I never actually owned one of these. Oh, wow, look at all this mid-century modern stuff in here. Ooh, look at this. You think this is a laundry basket? Or a crib?
Ooh, I love this kind of furniture.
Which actually reminds me,
I've got a very, very low budget right now.
but I've got to be on the lookout for mid-century modern stuff.
After a year and a half, I finally found some end tables at home.
And they're pretty vintage looking.
I finally got them put away in the house.
And then it dawned on me, tables like that need lamps.
So I'm not in a hurry, and I doubt I'll find any today, but I'm on the hunt. I gotta keep an eye open.
For a pair of mid-century lamps, if I can.
Of course, lamps are just one way to illuminate. Another way to illuminate is by joining the Illuminati. Ooh.
Oh, I love all this vintage stuff.
Someday I'd like to co-own an antique mall. I feel like that would be pretty cool.
That or co-owning a gluten-free restaurant.
Ooh, or maybe even co-owning a boat.
Ah, speaking of boats, here's one in my price range, $12.50, huh? Oh, and speaking of mid-century end tables, look at these right here. It's a set of mid-century tables carved of koa wood.
That's Hawaiian wood.
And it even has sort of a tropical, old-timey motif going on it.
Isn't it good? Hawaiian wood.
Oh, wow, you guys remember those old transforming McDonald's Happy Meal toys? That's a throwback. Actually, just a throwback to see those old foam containers. One thing I love about antique stores is they're always changing.
Look at this, a whole new booth.
Complete with Grandma's old-timey scary clown portraits, an old accordion, a chalk Brahma bowl, and whatever this thing is.
Ooh, moo cow creamer.
That reminds me of my old junior high principal. On the morning announcements, he always called milk cow juice.
As in today in the cafeteria, we're gonna have some tater tots with a side of cow juice.
Whoa, look at that Magic Kingdom pinball game and that Mickey Mouse lunchbox up there. It's kind of weird because Disney stuff is so hot right now.
Thanks in part to that huge auction we just filmed, selling all of its stuff for $8.5 million.
The prices for anything actually from Disneyland, even backstage like this sign,
Are going up dramatically.
which is great news if you own a haul of old Disneyland antiques.
And terrible news if you're me and you're broke.
Ah, oh well. What are you gonna do?
Disney's always been pretty collectible, and it's always had a lot of fans. I mean, after all, who doesn't like Disneyland?
But it's crazy how dramatically.
The popularity has gone up and up just in the past couple of years.
Even when I started filming at Disneyland 6 years ago, people were like, an adult into Disneyland? That's crazy.
The times they are a-changing.
Here's a mid-century lamp.
That is one cool lampshade.
Of course I'm looking more for table lamps. There's a pair right there.
Hoping for something a little more colorful than that.
This one's pretty colorful, but it's only one.
Well, it took me more than a year to find the perfect table, so I'm guessing it's going to take me a long time to find the perfect lamps.
Well, still worth keeping my eyes open.
Ooh, I'm thinking this could be my new look right here. Fish jacket.
Those are going to be all the rage by 2020.
Oh, you'll see.
Ooh, check out this old Mickey Mouse sailor hat over here.
Kind of hard to believe, but back in the 70s, 60s, and 50s, this was a popular theme park souvenir.
I gotta say, it is very, very nice to get out of the house and come look at a whole bunch of just totally random stuff down here today. Lately, I've been working on some bigger projects.
So it's been involving a lot more research, a lot more more work at home.
So the videos have gotten somewhat spaced out.
It's worth it for the quality, but it has been a little frustrating. Ooh.
Now there is a vintage lamp mother load, all right. That's rad.
Kinda pricey though.
But then again, everything here's 50% off. I wonder if I could paint these. I love all the textures and colors of vintage stuff. Maybe that's why it makes me so happy just to come down and look at all this stuff, even when I'm not buying anything.
Oh, mama.
Now that right there, that is a lamp.
Oh, this thing is more than half an alley tall.
It's such a cool style.
Way out of my price range though.
Alright, well I definitely have seen a lot of very cool stuff in here today.
Definitely got my mind off my projects for a little while.
And my bills, which is even more helpful. And it got my mind off of cord stuff and bills and all that kind of stuff, which is also very, very nice.
Sometimes when you're starting to feel stress clutter up your mind,
I find that cluttering it up with even more random fun stuff can actually be helpful.
kinda hard to overanalyze your problems when you fill up your mind with a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Overstimulate yourself, make yourself laugh.
Pretty soon your brain will be too full to remember all the stress.
It just sort of helps me, you know, so I don't over-focus on stuff that I can't control at the moment.
Yes, sir. I've got about a dozen pretty big projects in various stages of development.
All of which require quite a bit of work before they're finished.
And I've got thousands of dollars of lawyer bills. Allie might have to have a surgery coming up.
There's a whole stress of going back to court.
I got a check engine light on in the Mustang.
Oh yeah, my brain is very full of things right now.
Which is why getting out of the house, getting away from all that research,
And coming down to look at some old stuff.
is just what the doctor ordered.
Oh yeah, this stuff is the cat's meow, alright. Oh, this stuff is so cool.
It's not all scary stuff though.
Like, look at this. This looks a little goofy.
Check this out down here.
These are masks, apparently from some kind of opera.
That would be one pretty scary Halloween costume.
Whoa, look at this stool. It's only one, not a set.
So it's just a stool sample.
That is a brightly colored stool, alright. I wish I could find lamps that were that color. That is pretty cool.
Yeah, cool stool. Hey,
Look at this. I recognize that.
from the Titanic.
Alright, check this out. In the very back of the store.
Is this very long hallway.
I almost forgot to mention that speaking of Disney collectibles, a very good friend of mine now has a display case back here.
Featuring some very cool and very collectible merchandise.
But with actually vintage and some replicas signed by my very good friend, Bob Gurr.
The last of Walt Disney's original team of Imagineers.
People know we're friends, so they're always asking me where they can get some stuff signed by Bob Gurr, and the answer is right here.
Make your way over to case number 102.
And get yourself a sweet copy of Walt Disney's head.
Maybe I should ask him if I can put some of my pins in there.
Speaking of which, there's a free shipping deal going on over at Spreadshirt for my hats and shirts and stuff.
And I still have some old pins on eBay, but if this is what you're looking for,
Some Bob Gurr Disney memorabilia.
you're gonna want this case, not eBay.
That's pretty cool. I know that guy. Gosh, there's all kinds of cool stuff in here.
Everything from Ludwig von Beethoven. I did it.
Some old copies of Playboy.
They just got every kind of art in here.
Ooh, lots more Disney stuff back here.
Surprisingly, not that many table lamps, though.
However, there are plenty of absolutely horrifying, terrifying paintings up on the wall.
What the heck?
I could not sleep with that in my room. I could, however, sleep very well knowing I owned an old original Burma shave sign.
Oh, $300, a little too much money for me right now.
Okay, it's a little too much money for me all the time, but still.
That is very cool. According to the little tag, that is not a reproduction.
That's an original old roadside advertising piece of history.
Hey, Frosty, what you smoking?
Better watch out. You better not cry. Santa Claus is watching you.
He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake.
Someone else is watching too, Frosty. Ay, 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 even more Disney stuff.
If I ever had a Disney collection, I think I'd only be interested in stuff before 1970.
The old stuff is just so cool. One thing I've been getting very interested in lately is old cameras and old projectors.
Old film especially really excites me.
Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Universal Studios.
Very passionate about their history.
So if you find any old film in your attic, you know where to send it. Ooh, look at these old crates here. Whoa, look at this one for Dr. Nutt.
I'm really hoping that's for an old beverage.
And it wasn't an actual doctor, because I think the last doctor you want to see.
This old Dr. Nutt. I heard he went mad.
Ooh, that sounds like it'd be tobacco flavored.
Alright, it actually worked. I do feel a lot less stressed, but like these old clocks, I am running out of time.
So I think I've got to get back to work.
I have struggled with anxiety and depression on and off my entire life, pretty much.
Everybody's different. There's no one-size-fits-all thing for everyone.
For me personally, medication never seemed to do much good. In fact, it kind of did the opposite.
Therapy helps them. Therapy is actually very good.
But personally for me, on a day-to-day basis,
The best thing I found for combating getting overwhelmed and having anxiety take over
is getting out and being as physically active as possible.
and just simply staying busy. It sounds really simple.
But for me, me, anxiety-wise, it really works. I don't know
I
why.
think for me it's a matter of taking all that excess energy and burning it up a different way than, just letting it be for anxiety.
I try to remember to let it fuel me instead of hinder me.
But every so often I get stuck indoors for a while or stuck in front of a computer.
I fall back into the trap of worrying about things that I can't control.
And that's when you gotta get the heck out of the house, dust off the old Mustang.
Try to put your mental energy on something else,
Back to work. All right, I'm off to go do a little research, a little pre-visualization on one of those many projects I was telling you guys about that I've got in the works here. I can't take you guys with me for the rest of the day because this is some top secret stuff that we're working on, but let's just say, very soon, you're gonna see some pretty cool stuff. There may be a lot of stressful stuff going on in my life too at the moment, but I'm trying to always keep in mind that I can't control the circumstances, but I can control my reaction to them. So I'm trying to stay positive, stay busy. Hope you guys are also doing very well. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm glad that I've got pals like you to keep me company. All right, gang, make sure to check out the links down below. It's got information about that sale. Oh, and by the way, I got a text message from my friend. He's going to put some pins and patches and stuff in that display case. So if you check it out this weekend during Street Fair or sometime, that Bob Gurr merchandise, the one in the antique store, there'll be some stuff in there. Anyway, for now, since all that's left to do today is to sit in traffic for you guys, I'm gonna let you go. You've already done your duty. You can go home and sleep well. I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Hey, there's my high school. Don't worry, that's not the project. I'm never going back there. Not till they apologize for all the torture.
Cold or me?
Everything from Ludwig von, everything from Ludwig. Why can't I say your name? Why? Everything from Ludwig von Beethoven. I did it. If you were alive today making modern music, you'd be Ludwig von Beethoven, right? Yeah!
Oh my gosh, that is stupid.